Hello everyone, welcome back. We are on day 7 and this is our first practice for strength and flexibility. So find a little bit of space to move and let's get started. So we will begin today in just a nice comfy seat to start. If you would like to place your hands on your knees or in your lap and then let your eyes close. And we'll take a slow, deep breath in, maybe through your nose. And a deep breath out, maybe through the mouth. Do that again, a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Do that one more time. Fill up with air. And let it all go. Just take a moment to bring a little bit more length into your spine. Let your shoulders fall from your ears. Soften through your forehead. Relax your jaw. And just take note how you are feeling so far. We're going to take just one more deep breath in and out. And then you can start to open up your eyes and we'll move into tabletop from here. Coming onto our hands and knees. So spreading your fingers out a little wider, maybe giving your hips a bit of a sway side to side. And then as you inhale, start to drop your belly down, lift your chest, your chin. As you exhale, round your spine, give your belly a squeeze. Inhale as you come back down, drop the belly, arching the back, lift the chest. And exhale to round. One more breath here. Inhale, drop your belly, maybe looking forwards, maybe even up a little higher. And then as you exhale, round the spine. Give your belly button a squeeze. Using an inhale, find your way back to a nice long spine. All right, you guys, we're gonna tuck our toes under. We're gonna stay in our tabletop and then take a gentle, small hover of our knees. So push into your palms, tuck your toes so you get a little toe stretch, and then go for a very small, very subtle hover of your knees just to fire up your quads, wake up your quads. Draw your belly button in. Push into your hands, feel your shoulders wake up as well. Take another deep breath in. And as you breathe out, let your knees come down, relax your legs, untuck your toes. You can rest on the top of the feet, maybe a little tap of the toes if you did feel a stretch there or any sensations. And then for the second one, you can stay on the tops of the feet or you could tuck your toes back under. But again, same little hover of the knees. Not a big hover, just a little hover. You're barely lifted up. Push into the hands. Draw your belly button in. Breathe. Wake up your body, no matter what time of the day it happens to be. Take another inhale. And then as you exhale, relax. Bring your knees down. You could give your hips a little bit of a sway side to side. Shake it out a little. And then we're just going to tuck our toes back under, if they're not already. And then you can lift your knees up and into downward facing dog. Take a moment to pedal the feet a few times if you'd like. Push into your hands, send your hips high. Let your head get a little heavier. Stay for a deep breath in, a deep breath out. And then let's use an inhale to look forwards. As you exhale, walk your feet to the top of your mat. Take as many steps as you'd like. And once you get there, inhale into a half lift, just the chest. Lengthen the spine. Exhale as you fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, reaching up, maybe looking up. And exhale as your arms fall to your sides. Feel free to take a shoulder roll. Spread your fingers a little wider. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale as you fold forwards. Inhaling, lift the chest halfway. Exhale to fold forwards. Inhale to come all the way up. Reach up. Exhale, let your arms fall to your sides. Take a shoulder roll if you want one. Inhale as you reach up. And exhale to fold back down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up to standing. One more time, reach up. Exhale, let your arms fall to your sides. Take your shoulder roll, spread your fingers, wake up your palms. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forwards. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step your feet back into downward facing dog. Pushing into your hands, maybe a little pedal of the feet. Stay for another inhale. As you exhale, our knees are gonna come down. You can start to shift your shoulders forwards and bend your elbows. We're gonna lower all the way onto our tummies. Slide onto your belly, roll the shoulders back and down, lift the chest a little, a low cobra. You can move your hands a little bit, maybe a little closer underneath the shoulders, maybe even out to a 10 and a 2 on your clock, perhaps. Off the mat a little hover of the chest though. I want you to start to squeeze your glutes. Maybe your feet will float. Look down just in front of you. If your hands are pushing lightly into the ground, they can stay there or they could float as well for your Superman. Squeeze your glutes. Maybe try to lift your quads. Breathe. Feel that subtle heat fire building through your back. Take another inhale. And then as you exhale, relax, stack your palms, maybe take a gentle sway of the hips side to side. And then bring your hands under your shoulders again. We're just gonna push ourselves up into our tabletop, onto our hands and knees. Tuck your toes. Tuck your toes, find your little toe squat, and then take your little hover of the knees. So pushing into the hands, a nice little hover, and then this time you can keep lifting, 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 and go all the way into downward facing dog. Push into your hands, start to look towards your feet. Sending your hips nice and high. And then we're going to come back into our tabletop. So from downward dog, lift the heels, come onto the balls of the feet. So maybe your toes can be tucked as you start to slowly bring the knees back down. Slow, slow, slow. Maybe taking a moment in that little hover. Breathe. See how close you can get your knees to the ground, but still hovering. Just another inhale. And then as you exhale, bring your knees down. Untuck your toes. Maybe take a gentle sway of the hips side to side. Awesome, you guys. Let's cross our ankles, bringing our legs out in front of us. So you might start here, knees nice and bent. Maybe you'll wrap your arms around your legs. Take a gentle sway side to side. Just slow down for a moment. And then we're going to be leaning back. Our hands can come behind us to the ground. Maybe your fingers can point behind you. Bring your feet about hip width apart, knees nice and bent. And then just take a little lift of the chest, a little lift of the chin, maybe looking up. Try to squeeze your shoulder blades together a little. Breathe. Stay for another breath in. As you exhale, you can kind of relax a little, let the chest fall a touch, maybe start to look back to the knees. And then if your hands are good where they are, we're going to see if our hips can lift this time, just optional. But you can start to lift your chest, you can start to look up again, squeeze the shoulder blades together. But this time, if your hips do want to start to lift, maybe just a little, maybe they go nice and high. Think reverse tabletop, give your Glutes a squeeze, shoulder blades a squeeze. Look up above you. Stay for an inhale, and then let the exhale bring you down if you're lifted up. And then we can lean forwards, take the weight out of the hands, maybe a gentle rock, squeeze the knees, relax again. Doing all the hard stuff first. We're going to lean back one more time, except this time our hands can stay on our legs to start. Maybe the backs, the quads. Start to lean back, lengthen through the spine. You might lift your chest a little. You might look up just a little bit. But then let's think about the feet. Maybe you can lift your heels. Maybe you can start to get a little lighter through your feet for boat pose. You can let the feet float. Maybe one, maybe then the other, maybe both. Maybe you can find your balance on your sit bones, a squeeze of the belly. Feel free to hold the legs, reach out beside you. Maybe your hands are on the ground. Give your knees a little squeeze together. Breathe, feel the build of the heat, the subtle, subtle burn. Take another inhale. And then as you exhale, let it go, lean forwards. Let your knees fall out wide. Butterfly, soles of the feet together. Bring some length into the spine. And maybe you will fold forwards from here a little bit. Give your hips a chance to soften. Let your shoulders fall from your ears. And then letting an inhale bring you back up. If you're folding forwards a little bit, your knees can come back together as well. Maybe another hug or rock side to side. And then we'll just be bringing our right leg out long, and the left foot can find the inner thigh. Let's take an inhale to lengthen through the spine. You might be pushing into your fingertips a little, maybe even pointing your toes up. Maybe you can start to reach up with your arms. Maybe look up. Maybe try to touch whatever is above you, waking up your whole body here. Nice, long, strong spine. You can stay here. You could start to tip forwards, maybe relax a little or stay active. But a stretch for that right leg. And if you are folding forwards, let's use an inhale to lift up again. We're just going to switch sides, so your left leg can go out long, right foot to the inner thigh. Point your toes, wake up the upper body, lengthen the spine, maybe lightly pushing into the fingertips, and your hands can stay down the whole time if you'd like. But if it does feel good to reach up, and you can keep your spine long and strong. Maybe reach up too, try to touch whatever is above you. I know some of you are lucky enough to be outside. For me, it's a ceiling. But take another inhale here. Maybe you're gonna stay. Maybe you're gonna start to fold forward. Then relax a little bit more. Flexibility. Awesome work, you guys. If you're folding forwards, using another inhale to lift again. So let's bring our knees back together for a moment. Maybe a little squeeze, rock side to side. So we're going to be sending both of our legs out long this time. Options though, you can keep your knees bent. We're going to go for that same long, strong spine with maybe reaching up. You can have your knees nice and bent. You can have your legs out straight, or you can even bring your legs out wide if you'd like to go into a wide straddle. Now I want you to be able to be long and strong through your spine. So you might be pointing your toes up. Your legs might be closer together than mine are. Always use your hands on the floor around you to support you as well. Let your shoulders soften. Find your balance here. Maybe your hands stay down. Maybe they are free to move and you go for a big reach up. And you're still pointing the toes up too, trying to touch whatever it is that's above you, maybe looking up as well. Maybe you're gonna stay here, maybe you're gonna take one more tip forwards and you can relax a little bit more here. Feel the stretch through your legs. If you're folding, maybe you're working on a nice, long, strong spine. Still sitting tall. Take just another breath wherever you happen to be. But if you're folding, let an inhale help you lift back up. And if your legs are out wide, help them come back together. Give them one more squeeze. Another rock side to side. We are going to lay down. So find your way onto your back. Bending your knees, planting your feet, maybe taking a gentle sway of the knees side to side. You can keep your feet down, or you can hug your knees towards your chest. Maybe continuing to sway the knees side to side. You can stay here, or you could lift your feet up higher, maybe bringing some length into the legs. Feel free to hold your legs or let go. See if you can glue your low back to your mat though. Try to resist the back from arching, from lifting up. You might even slide your hands just underneath your hips. And if you did bring some length into the legs, you've got your feet floating. Just start to come back the way you came. Bend your knees. Maybe take a gentle rock side to side. Eventually letting your feet touch down. And then let's let our knees fall all the way over to the left side, just for a short and sweet twist. Maybe reaching your arms out wide to weigh down the shoulders. You can use an inhale to lift your legs back up out of your twist and go to the other side. Reach the arms out, weigh down the shoulders again. Just a few breaths here. And when you're ready, letting an inhale, lift your legs back up again. Your knees might end up coming back towards the chest. Your feet might stay planted. But a few rocks side to side might feel good. When you do feel ready to make your way into Shavasana, you can find your comfortable place. And you can stay here for as long as you have time for. today. A few moments just to observe your body, your breath. But thank you so much for joining me here yet again today. And I very much look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Until next time, namaste.